Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here from Stock Markets with Bruce. I wanted to make this quick video, a breaking news story that just came out across the news wires about Tesla and Hertz. I'm kind of putting two companies together here. These two have not made any joint announcements, nothing like that. I'm just reading through some information that's coming out. Those of you who follow my channel and you know that I follow Tesla and I follow the EV market somewhat. Hertz a couple of years ago announced that they were going to grab 100,000 Tesla vehicles and put them up for rent. And here are some shots that have been on the internet for a few years. And Hertz did a real big promotion to show off the Tesla Model 3, for example. Had it painted in company yellow, and then they did toured this car around to show it off. This morning they announced that they are going to reduce their entire U.S. fleet by a third. They're dropping 20,000 EV vehicles from their fleet. Now, I don't have the breakdown as to which vehicles are being dumped off because I don't know if they have Ford Mustangs or not. Those are electrics. I don't know how many Fiats they have and all the other EVs that could be out there. But I do know that they did have Model Y and Model 3 Teslas. And the big announcement a few years ago was 100,000 Teslas were going to be acquired by Hertz. Now, I've talked about this a little bit on my live show, which I do every day at 8:30 Eastern, about how Hertz was having problems with their EV fleet rentals. They were trying to rent them on a day-to-day basis, and they were finding that they could rent them on a weekly basis to drivers for ride-hailing services like Uber and stuff. And but they were finding then that they had the wrong strategy with Uber drivers. They were renting EVs, brand new shiny EVs, to very inexperienced drivers. Of course, if you're a new Uber driver, you don't have a nice enough car to qualify for an Uber service. You rent a car by the week, by the month that is new-ish, and you're okay to go. Well, it's a catch-22. If you're a new driver, you need a new car, so you rent something. If you're an experienced driver and you have a nice car, you have the dough, you don't. And so Hertz couldn't rent Teslas to 5-year experienced drivers. They didn't need Hertz's vehicle. The newbies needed it. So Hertz was finding that they were getting a number of vehicles coming back with damage, and not that they can't get paid for the damage and they can get the cars fixed. That's not the issue. The issue was downtime for the vehicles, legals to chase down these guys and or deal with insurance companies, and parts availability for getting these cars back on the road. It's a nightmare. So for Hertz, they were having all kinds of growing pains, and they've altered their rental system. They've shifted some vehicles back into their regular fleet to just get daily rental amounts. And from where I sit, it's a company that Hertz is a company that went too far too fast. They didn't work with Tesla hand in hand to really promote this program. They kind of went out there as an outlier, and they thought they would be first off the mark. Well, they were the only ones off the mark. And a lot of Tesla owners love to rent Teslas when they go on business trips or holidays. I love to rent a Tesla myself. The problem, of course, is can you get top dollar for your rental, and can the driver handle the vehicle? And then the other question, well, if I rent a Tesla from Hertz at this location, where do I charge it up? Because I'm probably going to put on 300, 400, 500 miles in the next week if I have it that long. Where can I charge the car? How much will it cost me? How inconvenient is it? How easy is it? And on go the problems. The Teslas, some of these are being offered for sale right now. Check this out here. I don't know if you can see this too well. Model 3 standard range being offered for $20,500, $20,700, $21,000 with 86,000 miles on them. These are, he's got some mileage on them. These are 2- and 3-year-old Teslas, model year 2021. And if these have been used by Uber drivers, these have been used. And so you're dealing with what was once a $45,000 to $55,000 car now going out the door at 40 cents on the dollar. This is a loss for Hertz, and this is not good for Tesla. And so here we are right here at the latest quote I have just a few minutes ago, down about 25 cents on the pre-market. We were in that 236 neighborhood this morning, and now off it goes to 233.69. The question is, what kind of leakage is this stock going to have going forward? Hertz itself is 940 a share, and if you look at the very bottom of my chart here, you can see the high for the year 2048, the low 810. The stock's up a nickel, but I mean, it's 89 volume, so the street isn't doing much there. But on Tesla, the question is, are we going to go from here down to here and lower under 230 into the 225 neighborhood? I bring this to your attention out there, folks who are following Tesla. This is not good news for Tesla. There is, like I said, there's no deal between these two companies to take back the vehicles or to refurbish them or regenerate a new set of vehicles for Hertz. Hertz is on their own on this, and they are hurting. I mean, Hertz is hurting on this arrangement. So a third of the vehicles are up for grabs, and maybe they're going to keep more Teslas and dump all the other brands because of very unreliable charging stations that are independently owned and operated out there, and a lot of horror stories of people trying to charge electric cars that are not Teslas, because Tesla has a national charger network. And so maybe only a small percentage of Teslas are being dumped off and the rest are the other brands. I don't know yet. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll let you know, but watch the stock of Tesla. Those of you out there who are writing options on Tesla, this might be a great opportunity to write credit spreads where you're writing a call ahead of the stock price, buying a call further out in price for the spread, a credit spread into your hand. You might want to look at condors, but keep an eye on the downside of Tesla versus the all-time record highs. I don't see the stock just taking off. This news isn't necessarily good, because if people can buy a used Tesla, albeit with 80,000 miles on it, for $20,000 compared to a brand new one for 45,000, even if you have to replace the battery in 2 or 3 years for 10 or 12 grand, you're still only paying $30,000 for a Tesla. Think of that. I don't know how this is going to play out. We'll follow it. We'll keep you posted. But the Hertz Tesla and Hertz EV business is under serious strain, and we're going to just see how this plays out going forward. And that's your a little breaking story for you. And we'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye for now.